Yo, what's up guys? Nate here from Protoculture and Shadow Chronicles. Welcome back to the channel. First up, let me just say a happy new year to all of you guys. I just got back from tour in Brazil, had a fantastic time, and now back in the studio trying to catch up on all the different projects I'm working on. My New Year's resolution definitely this year is to manage my time a little bit better. So the videos haven't been coming out as quickly as I'd liked, but I'm kind of stretched between Protoculture, Shadow Chronicles, working on new sound banks, Sonic Academy work, this YouTube channel, and mastering for clients and stuff. So yeah, I've been super busy. But that said, we're going to dive into a quick little tutorial today. Let's take a look at some sound design stuff in Massive X. We're going to be making sort of like a randomized vowel lead that you hear a lot in psytrance these days. So let's jump in, we'll check it out and see what we can come up with. Cheers. Alright, cool. Let's dive into Massive X. I gotta say I was a little bit underwhelmed when this first came out, but the more time I've been spending with this, the more I kind of like it at the moment. What we're going to do here, you can pretty much do in the older version of Massive as well, if that's what you prefer. Even something like Serum, any wavetable oscillator that has some formant wavetables in it, you're going to be able to get a pretty similar sound to this. Let's just dive straight in and take a look. We're just going to just bring the release down, and we're just starting with a saw. We're going to be looking for a sort of formant-based wavetable. I'll do this initially with the modern talking from Massive 1. We'll check out some of the other formats as well. You can get different sounds with switching up the wavetables as well. Let's drop down an octave. So the first thing we want to do is jump into our LFO section down here. And we're going to want to randomize the wavetable position. So we're just going to use the little question mark down at the bottom, which is a SNH random LFO. And let's assign that to the wavetable position to start off with. We're going to leave it in unipolar mode, or sorry, bipolar mode. And let's just drag it all the way open and see what we get. Cool. Obviously, we're going to want to be syncing this to our tempo, so we're going to run with 16ths. And a really important thing to make this work properly in your projects is to make sure that you come down to this loop section here and have the LFO reset every time you hit a key. Otherwise, what's going to happen is it's going to be running slightly off time depending on where you hit the key and stuff. So you want to have that reset on the note every single time. Now we're going to add a little bit of movement to this. So we're going to sort of create it almost like an arpeggio kind of vibe. So we'll assign this L5 to our amplitude. We'll bring that all the way down and pull that up. And let's get this little shape over here to kind of give us like a gated effect. We're going to have to do the same with this one again. We'll sync to 16th notes and make sure that we reset. And while we're here, let's just change this random LFO to a switcher as well, because we'll do something else with that in a second. Cool, so let's hear what we've got now. Cool, it's getting there, but now we want to add a little bit more sort of resonance to the sound, a little bit of depth. It's a little bit flat, just like that. So we want to play around with the filters as well a little bit. Let's go for the Blue Monarch filter. I'm going to go with a dual notch first and just see what we come up with. We just really want to kind of induce a little bit of this resonance and have it move around a little bit. So we'll do the same with this one again. Sync 16ths. I'm just using a different oscillator so we get different values for the random amounts. I'll loop reset again, that's fine. And let's put the L6 onto our frequency and see what we get. So you're getting that nice sort of ringing resonance happening there now, which is exactly what I was looking for. And we might as well, if we're going to be saving this patch out and using it, we might as well actually, let's just remove the mappings from these. We'll add in a few macros just to kind of change the sound up easily when you're actually using this in a project. So we'll just add in some filter FM there as well. Let's polish this off a little bit more now. I want to get a little bit more stereo going with this as well. So we're going to pop into the voice menu here. We're going to hit this on mono. We're not really going to be playing two notes at the same time. It's going to be too much. And let's hit this unison button over here. I don't really want to be detuning the voices too much. The whole point here is to just kind of get some variation between the left and the right channel. So we're going to have two voices, and we'll turn up the stereo width. And that is sounding pretty sweet. We'll maybe add a macro to that one as well. Okay, we're just going to add a few little finishing touches here as well. What I'm going to actually do is switch this over to formant mode for the oscillator. I'll have this set to 4 back. Let's just check out that. And once again, we're going to assign this to a macro so we can just easily change that. And let's just label these as well so we don't get lost later on. Cool. Let's stick in a frequency shifter as well. I like adding these just as a macro as well. It gives a nice sort of ability to create sort of rises out of this as well. Let's stick our macro onto the frequency. And also, okay. Let's try this. There we go. So now we got a little macro for creating rises out of that as well. And then lastly, what you're going to need here is stick in some delay. I'm going to set this one to sync as well. I like to have sort of dotted notes combined with a eighth. Gives you a nice sort of stereo shuffling ping pong delay kind of vibe. And let's just check out what that sounds like. I'm going to add a utility to this one as well. And let's just put in a filter as well. Actually, we'll grab LP2. Cool. You could maybe also add a little bit of reverb to this as well, just a slight amount. All the delays seem to be doing enough. What we could also do, we do have quite a bit of stereo width going on there, but it might be interesting as well to just add in a square wave here to this one. Once again, loop reset and sync. We're on sync. And this is LFO 8, modulator 8. We bring this onto the panning here and make sure that this is set to bipolar. And what we can do as well is add a macro control to the side chain of the L8 modulator. So what this will let us do is control how much panning we actually add in through this knob over here. So when this is set to 0, actually it's just side chain, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So now we can have 0 panning and actually widen it out with the macro control as well. Cool, and that pretty much does it. Now, you can get some nice different sounds out of this as well, just by switching through the different wavetables. And Massive X has some pretty cool formant tables as well. So let's just take a listen to some of these. Play around with the formant mode as well. And that pretty much covers it. It's a great little way to make these sort of back around ARPs for psytrance stuff. You get this nice like, resonant popping and randomness going on. A lot of guys like Asterix and a lot of the stuff at the moment kind of has a lot of these kind of sounds and them Tristan stuff as well. Cool. So we'll cut it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it informative. If you did, please hit the like button. Make sure that you hit the bell to get notifications as well. So when we do have new videos, you will get those instantly. I'm going to be working on some sample packs soon as well. I'm also busy with a Diva bank. Hit me up in the comments if there's any synth in particular that you guys are really interested in getting new banks for. Let us know. Also, if you want to see specific tutorials as well, we'd love to hear from you as well. Cool, guys. Take care. I will catch you soon. Cheers.